The Ship of Life. A story that will make you think. At first, no one noticed. The water barely touched the lowest stones along the shore. But day after day, the sea crept a little higher. On the island lived a man. A simple man who, seeing how the water slowly rose, helped every ship that passed through the harbor set sail before it was too late. One after another, the ships left the island. He helped people board, carried supplies, untied the ropes, and watched as each ship disappeared into the horizon. Meanwhile, the sea kept rising. Little by little the sand vanished. Then the paths. Then the trees. Until one day the man looked around him and realized the island was gone. The water surrounded him completely. The island had disappeared beneath the ocean. Now he was alone floating among the waves. Desperate, he began to cry out for help. Help! He shouted toward the horizon. Please help me. The ocean remained silent for a while. Until, far away, a ship appeared. It was an extraordinarily beautiful ship. Its sails were filled with brilliant colors, as if the sun itself had chosen to live inside them. The hull shone as though it had just been born from the sea, and from the deck came laughter, music, and joy. The man lifted his arms with hope. Help! Please, help me. The ship came close enough to hear him. But from the deck someone replied. We're sorry we cannot take you aboard. Why? The man asked in despair. Our ship is too beautiful and you would stain its beauty. And slowly the ship of beauty continued on its way and disappeared into the horizon. The man was alone again. The waves were beginning to exhaust him. But after a while another ship appeared. This one was imposing. Its dark hull looked indestructible. Cannons gleamed in the sunlight, and on the deck stood a captain with a proud gaze, giving orders with a firm voice. It was a powerful ship. With the little strength he had left, the man shouted, Please, help me. The captain looked down from above. For a few seconds he seemed to consider it. But finally he replied, You cannot come aboard. Why? Asked the man. Because this is the ship of ego and there is no place here for someone like you. And the great ship continued sailing without looking back. The man was almost out of strength now. The water was cold. The horizon seemed farther away than ever. But then another ship appeared. This one was different. Its deck was filled with chests, gold, jewels, shining fabrics, and precious objects glittering in the sunlight. It was a heavy ship loaded with riches. The man cried out once more, Help me, please. From the deck someone asked, What can you offer us? Nothing, the man said. I have nothing. There was a brief silence. Then the voice replied, Then we cannot take you with us. Because this is the ship of wealth. And only those who possess something may travel here. And the ship sailed on. The man was alone again in the middle of the ocean. Now he could barely stay afloat. The sky began to darken. And just when he was about to give up, when he believed the sea would be his end, another ship appeared. It was not large. Its sails were worn by the years. The paint on its hull had been eroded by wind and salt. It did not look like an important ship, but it approached slowly. A strong hand reached down from the deck, and the man was lifted out of the water. There were no grand words, only silence. The ship sailed calmly for hours, until at last they reached a quiet and safe harbor. When the man stepped onto solid ground, he turned to the one who had rescued him and asked, Tell me, why did you save me? The old captain looked at him peacefully. Because I am the ship of love, he said softly. And love does not ask what you have, how you look, or who you believe you are. Love simply sees when someone is drowning, and reaches out a hand. The man remained silent. He looked at the sea moving slowly behind them, as if nothing had happened. And he finally understood something he had never seen before. In life, many ships pass by us. The ship of beauty, the ship of ego, the ship of wealth. But when everything else disappears, only one ship truly saves us. The ship of love.